everyone, this is Archive 12, and today we have a new song from Archer. Archer was first featured in my, I believe it was the Sung Wukong song that I reacted to roughly, what, like 3 months ago, 4 months ago, whenever Black Myth Wukong first came out, and I thoroughly enjoyed everything about that song. I did not expect to encounter something that was so rich and deep, and I strongly advise everyone to go check that song out if you haven't already. I am very happy to see that he is covering a song about Arcane now, because Arcane is a fantastic topic to cover. And I'm looking forward to seeing exactly how he decides to go about this. I don't know if this is going to be a Jinx song. I don't know if this is going to be a song about Arcane, because it just says song inspired by Arcane. I don't know anything about that, but I suppose we're going to find out here. Link will be in the description below if you want to watch it without my commentary, because we'll be pausing. I will be talking about it. And also down below is a link to my Patreon, where you can see longer form reaction videos to various like anime and TV shows, such as Star Wars Skeleton Crew, Dr. Stone, and Delicious in Dungeon. Without further ado, though, let's get to the music. All right, already considering the fact that Jinx was on the thumbnail, but we just saw, what's her face? Mel, I think. It's been a little bit since I've seen Arcane, so I'm already forgetting some of the characters' names. But we just saw someone who isn't Jinx, so that leads me to believe that this is more about Arcane as a setting, which makes me curious because you don't see very many nerdcore artists cover settings of topics. Usually, it's specific characters inside a setting, not the entire setting itself. So I'm very interested to see exactly where Archer goes with this.
I started from the bottom, now I'm fighting on the top side. I didn't think I'd make it through those long nights. I started from the bottom, now I'm fighting on the top side. Oh, he gives his toughest battles to the strong, right?
Okay.
Oh, so I can't tell. Why can't I breathe? Am I too deep? I try to scream, but they can't hear me.
I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there's like some panting, like some heavy breathing, almost like, you know, hyperventilating going on in the background in between the instrumental. And I gotta say, that's a really, really powerful, like, audio thing to throw into this. The weight on this song, like, this song feels very weighty. It feels very hefty. It feels oppressive, which matches the tone of Arcane. In fact, just from the general vibe already, it almost feels like a song that could have been on the Arcane soundtrack, which I'm all for, because the Arcane soundtrack is full of some really, really powerful, really impressive songs. So already, this feels like it was part of the Arcane soundtrack. But it's the little things, it's the little details. Now, we haven't gotten very much of the lyrics so far, but in terms of like just the audio, like the quality is fantastic. Those little details, those little things that Archer is putting in the background, like the heavy breathing, the synth waviness of it, almost reminds me of like a Mass Effect style theme, which that's one of my favorite things about Mass Effect is the music. So already this is giving me some good feelings. Like, it's just the little things. It's just tiny, tiny, tiny details that I'm really enjoying already.
He gives his toughest battles to the strong, right? Oh, so I can't tell. Why can't I breathe? Am I too deep? I try to scream, but they can't hear me. No, no. So now the words I speak will change the words I think. Now I'm back on my feet. Oh, now it's all on me. Uh, yeah, okay, from the undercity where the shadows away. I've been through the trenches, but I carry the pain. I know it's been heavy, but I carry the weight. Took a minute, now I know I control my fate. I know I got demons and they won't go away. Doesn't mean that I'ma let them control my lane. Only means it's time for me to go face to face, never afraid. Got what's on me like it's atlas. Now I'm punching like it's heavyweight. Ain't nobody getting past this. I've been fighting for me every day. Had to make it through the madness. Had to make it through the heavy rain. Thought I'd never see the balance. Now the universe ain't far away. Now my enemies ain't far away. Now my energy is arcane. So many lessons from the losses. But now I look at it as all gain.
I don't know if that was actually a bar linking enemies from Imagine Dragons to Arcane, but like that's how I'm choosing to interpret it, and I thought that was actually pretty clever. The 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 deep meanings behind these lyrics, like the Atlas line. I know that Vi has had Atlas thrown at her as a comparison before, because she has those giant gauntlets and is capable of lifting a lot with them. And also she feels like the weight of the world is crushing her. So like I've had a couple of nerdcore artists already put like the comparison between Atlas and Vi in their songs. It doesn't happen frequently, but it has happened before. I think it's a very fair comparison considering how much weight Vi puts on herself. Um, and I thought it was done in a different way here, because normally that's like the focus of that particular section. Like it leads up to the line about Vi being compared to Atlas, where this one, it just kind of like slipped it under there. I actually like that because it makes it feel like, yeah, no, other people have done that. I want to like reference it, but I'm not going to focus on it. I'm going to continue on because that's not the point of this. This isn't Vi's song. This isn't Jinx's song. This isn't Jace's song. This is Arcane's song. Um, so like I actually really appreciate the fact that it was just kind of slipped under there a little bit, intentionally or unintentionally.
So many of them from the causes, and now I notice what it's gonna take. Cause I started from the bottom, now I'm fighting on the top side. Didn't think I'd make it through those all nights. How do you survive inside a world that's trying to harm you? Started from the bottom, now I'm fighting on the top side. He gives his toughest battles to the strong, right? So there's nothing I can handle. I was chosen for the brave few. How's it feel to know the world can't even stop you? Try to tell me I'm a jinx, and that was hard for me to let go. A mental used to be at peace, but that all turned into an echo. But I knew I had to bleed to make me stronger in the mental. I was Vi in the ring, I was Jay trying to get home. Now I'm on the rise, Travis Scott, how you see the fire when you look in my eyes. From the dark to the light, pain in the fight, when you use how you define. Turn at the time, wouldn't change the way I took care of mine. Always knew I had a purpose in life, now I know I gotta stick to the grind.
I think that was probably my favorite part right there in this song so far. The ability to slip those character names in there as full on bars while also making them mean something besides just being references. Um, like talking about how that again, that's a common one that has popped up multiple times in Jinx songs, is talking like I'm a Jinx. I really enjoyed the flip of calling calling themselves an Echo. Like obviously that's referencing Echo, but like Echo is a couple has a couple different meanings in this particular instance. It's not just a bar to reference the character. It's also talking about how Echo, he's a time traveler, so like he leaves echoes in time, and like it's clever. Okay, there's a lot of like little detailed nuances going on here that I am not qualified to properly explain. But if you understand the nuances, if you understand where Archer was going with this, I'm talking about making references to both Vi and Jinx, I strongly believe that the line about being in the mental, I strongly believe that's a relation to Victor because of his intelligence, and also the fact that he mind controls people later on. But we're not going to focus on that. I believe that there are a lot of like little clever things in here where like they're not just references and bars. They have a deeper meaning. They have additional context. Like the Vi and Jace one are pretty clear cut, but the Jinx and Echo one, and the one that I'm choosing to relate to Victor, which is the mental line, like all of those had a purpose for the storytelling of the song, while also being very cleverly added in there to, you know, call back to the characters. And if I remember correctly, this is the same sort of thing that Archer did with Sun Wukong, and I really enjoyed it there. Like, I want Archer to get bigger and have more people's check out his songs because I feel like he's underrated. I feel like that he has a very clever pen, and I want more people to experience it because this is now 2 songs that I've heard. I haven't checked out the songs that he recommended. And also, I know Archer told me to tag him on Twitter. I don't have Twitter anymore, so I can't tag him. So I'm hoping that this pops up on his feed and he checks it out. Um, I'm definitely going to be recommending this song to a couple of other nerdcore reactors because I'm enjoying it so far, and I think they'll enjoy it too. But like one thing that I liked about the Sun Wukong song is the cleverness of adding in the details while also making them mean something for the narrative of the song, not just the narrative of the story that they're coming from. And I feel like that's what he's doing here too. Like this, I had my doubts a little bit. I will be honest because I wasn't sure how you can cover an entire topic like Arcane with how many intricate details Arcane went through across 2 seasons and how deep each one of those details can go. I wasn't sure exactly how to cover that in a 4-minute song, but Archer's doing a fantastic job of doing it, and he's doing it in a way that not only is like appreciative of the media, but also is clever. So people who know the media can easily pick it up.
Remember me, see me playing the underworld like a symphony. They said to me, that the strongest of hearts are forged endlessly.
Light 'em up, call me Jinx, how I set it off. Call me Vibe, how I put 'em up. Call me Bender, I'm an animal. Call me Powder, cause no matter what, I bring to the people that I truly love.
Cause I started from the bottom, now I'm fighting on the top side. Didn't think I'd make it through those all nights. How do you survive inside a world that's trying to harm you? Started from the bottom, now I'm fighting on the top side. He gives his toughest battles to the strong, right? So there's nothing I can handle. I was chosen for the brave few. How's it feel to know the world can't even stop you?
The only thing that I'm going to say that I think should be considered constructive criticism, and this is something that I've pointed out in a variety of different like nerdcore artist videos before, is when it comes to the visuals of this particular song. I have always been as someone who is an amateur AMV artist myself. I don't really do that much anymore, but I've got an entire second channel that's dedicated to, well, besides the video games that I tried to do, it's dedicated to a variety of different anime or AMV style videos from 10, 15 years ago. Um, the one thing that I'm going to say is I've always found it more impactful and important with the videos if you use different scenes and you never, or you try your very best to not reuse a scene in the same video. I've always found it more like fundamentally prominent for the music if every single visual is different. And I know that they reused a lot of scenes here. Arcane has a plethora of content. I would have liked to see a little bit more variation in the actual visuals because I feel like it would have been able to connect with the story of the song better. The visuals that they chose did a really good job of connecting with the song, but I feel like they could have done better resonating with that if they had chosen to have the entire video or most of the video be completely different scenes that had nothing to do with repeating the same scene. Um, and I know that's predominantly probably going to be like a stylistic choice to repeat the same visuals for the chorus, especially. But I always find that if you can make the video more unique, it's better. But that's just my personal critique on that. Overall, like I don't really see much flaw here. Uh, the visuals were the ones that were chosen like expertly. I just wish that there was a little bit more deviation so that way the visuals didn't seem repetitive. The song, however, was absolutely fantastic. The song was I don't know if like where I would put this on a ranking. If I were to rank this against other Arcane songs, I'd have to listen to this one a couple of times because like I've got like so many different Arcane songs that I haven't that I want to put in the top 5, and obviously you can only get 5 up there. But I do believe that this is definitely one of my favorite ones because it feels weighty. It feels like something you would have heard in Arcane, which a lot of the nerdcore songs you don't get that experience with. A lot of the nerdcore songs they don't feel like they belonged in the show. They're just about the show. This one felt like it belonged in the show, like as an end credit song or something. I really enjoyed this very much. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. Thank you for joining me. I am Markov at 12, and I will see you in the next video.